This is Chilling.
Hello, good evening. My name is Jago and it's a lovely Sunday. Now, it is chilling time. And you know chilling time is all about inspiring. Today we have a man on the show who is so fascinated with coming up with solutions. He has developed his own theories like the cluster theory. You know, he has 40 years of experience in teaching. He is a professor who goes by the names of Prof.Enos Kiremire. He's such a megawatt of a guest. I'm so delighted and humbled to have him. This gentleman, his books have been circulated over 10 countries that have also went ahead to take a mentor of translating them. He has also developed solutions for malaria that are in form of patents that are being recognized internationally. He's seated right over there and he's waiting for me. I'm sure he's waiting for me to sit down with him so that we share this incredible knowledge with you guys. So don't move an inch. This is Chilling.
There is only a handful of scientists in our 21st century that can be put in the same statement as Albert Einstein and Isaac Newton. Professor Enos Kiremire is one of them. He has expanded the boundaries of human knowledge by creating his own cluster theory.
Doing experiments, mixing solutions, and you see these color changes in the laboratory. Those colors have fascinated me.
According to Professor, mathematics is in its own way the poetry of logical ideas.
What fascinates you with figures, numbers?
I think they are very beautiful on their own. The numbers are very beautiful. The numbers.
Guys, I'm feasting on this.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
They're very beautiful.
Yes. The numbers, once you're interested in solving those problems.
This conversation will be about a small boy from Chigezi who wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth that fell in love with science.
What an excitement, guys. What a guest I have on the show. He's a megawatt of a personality. This gentleman is a retired professor, but very brilliant. He's going to amuse you. Now, he developed this amazing theory we call the cluster theory. To some of you chemists can understand this, and he has taught in over, 1,000 universities, including the Namibian University, which is located in Windhoek. And he spent there, I think, over 20 years, you know, and we have been fortunate enough to have him back here at our homeland. He came back here in 2018, and now he's here as a board member of National Planning Authority. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please, today we have an elder on the show. Sit back and enjoy the incredible Professor Kiremire Enos. I hope I pronounced your name right. Look at you. You look younger every single time.
Thank you.
80 years?
Thank you.
Come on. And still going. Mm-hmm. And first of all...
79.
79? Yeah. Oh, I almost thought you're 80. First of all, I have to say happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
Your birthday didn't happen so long ago, and you're not a person who usually celebrates your birthdays.
No.
What does 79 years of achievement mean to you, Professor?
It meant a lot.
Yes.
Because after discovery of a new theory to explain natural laws of chemicals, which has not happened before, to explain many things in chemistry and other areas, including physics. Then I thought that celebration of my birthday should be accompanied by celebrating of cluster theory, that this time my birthday is important, means that God probably created me for a purpose, that I should be here to deliver this knowledge, that I'm actually, God gave me, brought that this knowledge of the 21st century in science, the new knowledge, should be the messenger to deliver it to the world at his home, Uganda.
Yes.
So that's why I had to celebrate.
Professor, we are lucky to have you. You're like a national treasure. I feel like they should make a statue for you. and they put it somewhere near the Constitutional Square. You know, everyone that walks around should, hey, people that know you, they know that you're a very brilliant man. I mean, first of all, your wardrobe choice, fantastic outfit. It looks golden, and it really makes you look golden as a person.
Thank you.
Yes.
I would like to correct you that 100 universities, it's not possible. I graduated from Makerere in 1970.
Yes.
Then I went to University of New Brunswick in Canada.
Yes.
As a number 2.
Yes.
As a Commonwealth scholar.
Yeah.
Then I went to the University of Sussex later.
Yes.
As a Nuffield Foundation Fellow.
Yes.
University of Sussex is in UK. Then I was a visiting scholar, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, in the States. I was a visiting professor, University of Witwatersrand.
Okay.
I was a professor, University of Zambia, then Namibia. So no, 7 universities.
Come on, I've already
including Makerere.
I've already lost
So it's not 100 universities.
Hey, Professor, it's just a figure of speech. To me, it sounds as 1,000.
So no, 7 universities, including Makerere.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, Professor, let's start from where everything began. A young boy from Kigezi, barefoot, can barely afford any shoe or sandal until, let's say, about senior 1 or 2. Take me through your life as a child, Professor. Must have been interesting.
Yes, the beginning of the school, it was very, very interesting. First of all, let's take about the family background. My father had 2 wives. He was a Mutongore chief. You know, during those days, there was Mutongore, Muruka chief, Saza chief. My father was a Mutongore chief. So he had 2 wives. The first wife had 8 children, and I'm number 5 of those 8 children. And then the second one had 10 children, so 18. But of course now with their children, it's like a school on its own university. When I go home and all these people come to visit to welcome me, we're many. Yeah. We're many. So that's the background of this home, many children, 2 wives, then very loving, despite all that. Then I was invited to go to university. I mean, not to primary school in the village there. Yes. In Uganda, in Nyarusanzi. I started, I don't know the year, I think around 1953, when I was in grade 1. I did not have shoes. I had only shorts and a shirt. And it continued grade 1 to grade 3 in one place, in Uganda, in Katungu. Then grade 4, I had to go walking 9 miles to go for 1 class. 9 miles? Karukat, yes. Wow. 9 miles, yes, and back, 18 miles a day.
I'm sure you would start working from 5.
Very much, very much, very much. Barefoot. Barefoot. Then when I finished grade 4, I had to look for another grade 5 and grade 6. And that was Kebsoni, Kachinga, in Rujumbura. So I finished those grade 5 and grade 6. So I said, now, where do I go for grade 7? I had to go to Changa in Ruchiga. Changa in Ruchiga, which had a junior 1 and junior 2. Then after that, I had to go to Butoberi in 1961 to 1964, where I did S1 and S4. Wow. Then later on to Makerere College School, it's here in Kampala. You know Makerere College School near Makerere University. Yes. They are together, same year. And then Makerere University, where I graduated with my Bachelor of Science honors degree in chemistry, 311 in 1970. I think that starts from there.
Wow, yeah. That is very staggering, yes. Professor.
So that's why I come from the family background and through all those. But my first shoe during those time was in senior 1.
How did you get it? Was it a gift? Was it?
My father gave it to me as a gift.
His own shoe. I knew that.
His own shoe.
Because it
was red in color and high heel shoe. High heel. Yes. So I would be wearing this shoe, which was almost oversized. My father in senior 1.
Yeah. Were they closed shoes? Yeah. They were closed.
Yes.
Were they branded? Did they have any particular brand?
No. But that was my first shoe. And then I did not have trousers in secondary school. The trousers I started buying it when I was in S5. And then S6, when I was actually at the Makerere College School.
Professor, looking back at this humble beginning,
yes,
how do you feel that shaped you into the man you are right now?
We enjoyed this education. At that time, when in education there in school, you're a big person, especially senior secondary school. When you meet somebody from Ntare, somebody from King's College, Budo.
They must have been threats.
Somebody from Tobere with a uniform, a blue shirt, sweater rather. Then in Nyakasura, they had kilts. My goodness.
That was the gold standard.
So you enjoy what you like school, you enjoy interacting with people. So it was enjoyment. You actually enjoy school.
What is it like growing up from such setups, from such a locality, like let's say Kigezi or there? Because I know that the weather is perfect. You thrive with your weather, and the topography is also amazing. Those hills, I mean, they just make the scenery look good. Every time you wake up, it's like you're waking up to a wallpaper. How much interesting was it growing up from such a setup?
No, our place is warmer, but in Kabare it can be cold because of the hills. It can be cold. But
so your place is a bit far away from Kabale?
Yes, close to Kunjiri, to go close to a border with Ankori. It's cold. It's a bit warmer and very nice. So, but all the same, education was nice. The student, to be with other students, to the fun of playing, of sports, of studying, and learning the new knowledge. The enthusiasm was great. It was not like a punishment. You want to enjoy. The teacher gives you an assignment to do 10 questions on a chapter for mathematics. You end up ending the whole chapter of 20 questions, you're doing them without asking the teacher that you've done extra. So it was fun. School was fun, and enjoyed to be with students, to be with teachers. It was fun.
It was. This is going to sound like a cliche question, Professor. Somebody would slap me if they were seated behind, in front of that TV hearing me asking you this. But what was your favorite subject?
Oh, science. Mathematics.
I just know.
Yes.
Come on. Because maybe I thought you picked up the interest of science.
No, mathematics. I started with arithmetic, then geometry, then algebra. Wow. Enjoyed them very, very much. You know fractions. A half plus a half divided by a quarter minus that. I used to be fascinated by that. So fractions, I mastered them.
What fascinates you with figures, numbers?
I think they're very beautiful on their own. The numbers are very beautiful. The numbers.
Guys, I'm feasting on this.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
They're very beautiful.
Yes. The numbers, once you're interested in solving those problems, the numbers, adding them up, subtracting them, fractions, equations, when you're absorbed in that, it is fun. It's a child giving a child sweets to start enjoying the sweets.
Candy.
Or even it's like a cake. So it's not a punishment. It wasn't like a punishment. And at the same time, during our time, you know, when you have gone through all that and finished grade 9 or grade 12, you are definitely going to get a job. And look like somebody. Yes. So there was no question, we didn't fear something like unemployment.
Because even up to now, scientists are hot cake in the market. Doctors, people that do medical courses, chemists like you. I mean, because you're rare. You get what I mean? So you tell me, did you have like a favorite teacher? What are some of those vivid childhood stories? Before we go to the numbers, guys, he has written over 150 books that have published over 1 million copies, but we shall get to that. So we're going to have 2 episodes, right, that are called sequels. So this is the very first episode, and I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy feasting on this. So, Prof, did you have like a favorite teacher? Did you have those vivid childhood memories?
No, the mathematicians.
Because you must have been
the
the stubborn one.
We were interested in teaching.
Okay.
And we're interested in giving knowledge sharing their knowledge with the students. The teachers after classes, they would like you to engage him, asking questions to learn more. So it was fun from both sides. Both of the students, they're friends, they're colleagues. It wasn't a job like business. It was fun.
Is there like a particular individual, a teacher, could be anybody of any position that made you fall in love with, let's say, mathematics or dealing with numbers?
No, we had those. Both
Do you
sides.
remember?
Yes.
Do you remember?
I can't remember the name. The name. Yeah, I think one of them, I remember the name in secondary school. One of the names that I can recall. No, actually, it's difficult. But they were.
It's a long time.
I can put the face, but I can't put the name. But all of them were very, very, very nice. Good chemistry teachers, doing experiments, mixing solutions, and you see these color changes in the laboratory. Those colors fascinated me, and I went for colors. All my research had to do with transition metals and the colors.
When you talk about colors, for people like us who are running away from chemistry and mathematics, we talk
colors,
about crayons.
Don't you know, when you take a solution here, which is colorless, another solution color, you mix, you get red or green.
Reaction, yes.
Doesn't that excite you?
It does.
Yes.
What used to excite me more is when they even produce bubbles or they produce this
the gases coming out.
Yes.
Oh
man.
That is what excited me. And I said, okay, I'm going for those sciences, and especially chemistry.
Well, check this out, Professor. We are going to take a break. Let's allow them to go catch a cup of tea or get a glass of water, and then they return.
Okay.
All right? Because you're not going anywhere, Prof.
Okay.
I will tell you this. What a man, what a superstar is. These are some of the books and very much more that have been published and are already on market. He has over, I'm telling you, 170 copies. And these have almost tantamounted to about 10 million publishers.
No, one of them.
Yes.
One book out of those 170 books has sold more than 10 million copies at 80 cents, US cents. Means translating to about 800 million US dollars. One book.
Professor.
One book.
That is very staggering.
So to me, if it is over, it could as well by Amazon. It means that this company has earned at least $1 billion US dollars from one book.
Well, guys, if you've been a Ugandan and you've never heard of him, if you've been a Ugandan and you've never even seen his work, you've probably been living under a rock. Chilling goes on a break. I'm Drogo, yours truly. Don't move an inch. Come back and engage our conversation. Come on.
UBC is the national public broadcaster. We educate, inform, entertain, and inspire our audiences. You can watch us on free-to-air channel 001, DSTV channel 282, GoTV channel 371, Star Times channel 201, Zuku TV channel 20, and Azam TV channel 350. Even when your subscription expires, you can still watch UBC for free on your pay TV platforms.
Now, when they talk about having a mega superstar on the show, you can't go better than him. This gentleman is everything you can ever imagine, especially when it comes to the chemistry world. He has come up with his own theories. Think of cluster theory, something that you've never even thought of in your wildest dream. And he has published over thousands of copies that have sold million copies and been translated. Check this out. They have been translated in over 10 countries: US, Canada, Singapore, China, to mention but a few. Man, he's a superstar, and I'm very honored and so humbled. I don't even think I'm worthy Drogo to sit with him. Professor, come on, you are a mega superstar. So tell me.
I want to correct you there.
You want correcting? Okay.
Yes, the languages are 8 languages. The first were 9 languages, including English.
Yes.
So you have English, you have Spanish, you have Portuguese, you have Italian,
yeah.
French,
yes.
Dutch,
yes.
German,
yes.
Mandarin, Polish, Russian. I think they tend to extend their languages to include Hungarian and Chinese and Russian. And we have copies of some of those here.
I'm asking myself this one question.
Yes.
Why? Why are these people running in bookshelves, in libraries, and buying your books like it's a hot cake? Why do you think they're so fascinated with?
Yeah, let me shift here a little bit to related science. The Boolean algebra, which created the 0 and 1, was just mathematical numbers.
Yes.
By the British English mathematician. But do you remember, do you know that these numbers 0 and 1 is the basis of the computer? Computer works on numbers 0 and 1. And all calculators and other gadgets to do with the computer. It is numbers 0 and 1. And from the computer, now you have ICT, information technology.
Yes.
And now from there, you have artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence, where you have robots talking. Now, these robots have been used, even now they're being used to do harvesting in China. The robots are being used to be like policemen in Singapore.
Yes.
And even working in a restaurant. You talk to a robot, it goes, you want this such and such, it goes and picks the food and brings it to you. The artificial intelligence, which is an output of information technology, computer science. So it is these numbers, cluster theory is based on numbers. The number, atomic number Z, we call it Z, was for arranging atomic elements in groups. And the periodic table, which you call periodic table of elements, was started by a Russian called Mendeleev. Then later in 1915, the English discovered the Z, which now put all the elements now, which are about 118, in groups. And that helped in doing the chemistry that we know, and making all these compounds, which we write a formula of the compound. However, beyond that, beyond the formula, nobody understands. If you have a formula of benzene, if you have a formula of alcohol, for example, you don't know the structure. You just see something. You know, you have a formula of letters. But cluster theory now changes that formula into a number, and from number to a structure, to shape. Ordinarily, a shape like that, to get a shape, you have to go through measurements, like infrared, nuclear magnetic resonance, mass spectroscopy, and then you finally do X-ray to know the structure. But now, with cluster theory, you don't need to do these measurements. You go straight from the formula to a number and into the structure, which can be verified by X-ray. So you'll save a lot of money by jumping these experiments in future. So the science are going to, because this is a new knowledge which has come in, the periodic table has changed, therefore many materials, many substances will be manufactured using this new knowledge. Because the new knowledge is additional at a higher level. The compounds are now can be put into groups so that you can now use them. If you know this is a drug for malaria, now since the compounds are now in groups, you can say this one in the same group as the previous drug. So you can choose from there. You're not going to be choosing at random because compounds now have got periodic table, just like a chemical element. So there's a value. They see this value, they see this potential. That's why potential of making new materials using the new knowledge. So that's why they're running to that.
Okay.
But then in Africa, some people say they don't see the value in that because the level of science is quite low. That's what I think.
Wow. And how have you made sure that you've stayed with this intellectual property? Because that seems like gold nuggets.
No, that's why the problem is, because I could not publish it here in Uganda. People didn't see the value in it. They had no see that picture, a bigger picture, that this knowledge will create new materials, new science, including new theories, new research. People could not see that. So this knowledge, to make sure we stay here, is very difficult because now it is being published where? Abroad. From here, by Lambert in Germany, sends it to other companies all over the world, which they use. So the only way we can make it stay here is to make it Ugandan.
Okay.
Make this knowledge Ugandan. Publish it here. Market it here. Teach the Ugandan students this new knowledge. Let them be the first to get this knowledge, to get access to this knowledge, so that they can now be ahead. Because this knowledge is going to come back in the next 5 years to Uganda in books.
We were discussing when we were coming to this location here that I asked you a very phone question that how do you spend your free time? You told me, first of all, you're always calculating numbers.
Calculating something.
And
you
take that as leisure.
Yes.
Besides watching TV and watching wrestling,
yes,
which is a program you love watching.
Yeah, once in a while.
Yes, but I mean, come on, you're always adding up something. You're always dealing with these numbers. And it's very rare, especially in this 21st century, to have a person like you who comes up with a theory. Come on. Those were Newtons and, you know.
Actually, there are about 5 or 6 theories that have come, that are hidden within cluster theory.
Wow.
And I've worked out the new laws, what I call the new laws. I've numbered them. They're about 30. But the main ones is the skeleton number, is the skeletal variance, and the cluster number. These 3 are very, very important. And these are going to reign the science for the next centuries.
Professor, this is where we take a major break. We are going to take our viewers into another week, and then they will still come back and listen to your interesting knowledge, because you're now spilling knowledge, so much knowledge. You know, I'm very honored and excited to be with such a legend on the show, because this man has even won recognitions. We shall also talk about the patents.
Yes, I've got 7 patents by WIPO. Yes. Recognized by WIPO, World Intellectual Property Organization. You apply locally, you get a local patent. Then from there, you get somebody who pushes it further to WIPO for recognition to test your discovery, your invention. Once they found that it is new, novelty. And 2 tests, second test is industry application. If it qualifies, they'll give you the patent and lasts for 20 years. Wow. Yes, that's
Professor, hold that thought.
Yes.
Let's take a cliffhanger, yeah?
Yes.
They have to come back next week and listen to us.
Okay.
Somehow it felt like a lecture, but hey, this is chilling. We always want to feed you kasavu kanyama, kasavu kanyama. It's an a la carte.
Next week on Chilling.
I think when you are born, God creates you for a particular purpose.
Yeah.
So you have a mission to accomplish in your life.